So I'm back on the Lance J Radio Show with Kevin Cameron, who is the principal of Rhema Junior Academy in Cleveland, Ohio, a school very near and dear to my heart, me being an Ohio and an Allegheny West guy. Kevin is a product of Seventh-day Adventist education. He went to Crawford Adventist Academy in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He went to Oakwood College before it was renamed Oakwood University. Him and I went to Oakwood College together. So over the years, I've heard, I like to talk to people that I've followed within the Christian realm, primarily SDA, but we're trying to expand and not just have people that are Adventists on. People that I know from experience were elite athletes and elite basketball players, but also had that spiritual component and were more focused on their relationship with Christ than they even were on being a great athlete. So I've heard stories, and I want Kevin to corroborate these stories. I've heard that Kevin's ability to play basketball was legendary in the Toronto SDA circle. Legendary to the point that, for example, some of you that listen to the show, I've talked to various people from Pine Forge, and we had a tournament at Pine Forge called the Tip-Off Classic. And it was kind of the Pine Forge Academy intramurals. There are other tournaments around the country. There used to be the John Graham tournament, which had many of the Adventist academies play one another. Advent Sports Network actually sponsors a tournament in South Central Conference in Huntsville every year now. It's my understanding that Kevin was so superior an athlete that at Crawford they named the equivalent of those tournaments the Kevin Cameron tournament. So when I heard that, I believe it was Kim Bolgen, who is kind of an affiliate on the show. She's done some production work for us. We run a spot for Kim Bolgen. Jason Bolgen's been on the show. When Kim told me this, I started laughing because I said, hey, I went to Oakwood with Kevin. He was a really cool guy. He was a good-looking guy. He was always dressed fresh. He was very popular. He was a leader. He was an alpha male. And he definitely could play ball. He was a good ball player. But he was not a legend. He was not an all-time great. Not the Kevin Cameron that I went to school with. So I wanted to give you a chance to explain, were you holding back when I played against you at Oakwood? Or are the rules different in Canadian basketball? Explain yourself and explain your legend at Crawford Adventist Academy.
All right. This is a long time coming, and I would love to explain what's going on here. Okay, so basically it is called the Cameron Cup. So I did not know this was happening. I was invited to a tournament at Crawford Academy one night. And at the end of the tournament, they asked me to give the award, the cup, to the championship team. And when the organizers of the tournament, they made an announcement and they said, the first annual Cameron Cup, and this is, in honor of Kevin Cameron and his basketball athletic prowess and his support of us. Because the organizers of the tournament were former students of mine, and so they in honor, that's the truth behind it. I'm very supportive of them, and I told them, help them along with their planning of the tournament and stuff like that. And
I get it.
My ability to play.
Kevin Cameron's the leader.
No.
As opposed to Kevin Cameron's the basketball player.
You and I are saying two separate things. We're talking about Kevin Cameron, the athlete. Okay, that is the reason why my name is on that cup. But anyway, I was really good, but I'll tell you why you may not remember is because at Oakwood, there is politics to get on the squad.
That's true.
There is heavy I'm a Canadian, and I was.
Well, Jason Bolger was on the squad. He's Canadian too, so that's a very hollow.
No. By then, barriers have been broken. Okay, walls had come down. But at that time, there was heavy politics to get on the squad. MyRon Edmonds and I have a story to tell. I mean, we worked Marius and all these guys whose names were etched in stone on the team list, the roster, and we worked these guys in the tryouts. You know, back then you had to be invited to the tryout. You know, I got my invitation. You remember in 1995, every year they had this freshman tournament. It started from that day. I worked all my boys, Van Watts, Mr. Baker, Winston, all these guys remember. I worked all these guys, but you're not going to remember completely because you have to think back to intramurals. But if I was on the squad, your story would be different because I would have been working everybody in the southern region of America.
Right, that's true.
But I'm serious. You would have remembered more.
Had you been an ambassador, I would have thought differently. That's true.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, all I had was intramurals, and there are lots of people that I took down single-handedly playing intramurals, but I'm not good anymore.
Well, a lot of us aren't good. I mean, we're all closer to 40 than 30, so a lot of us are in the teaching phase. I will say I did play against you. You were good. You played, I believe the Canadians had a team, I think they called themselves the Roots, if I remember correctly. I'm getting old, so I don't remember everything completely. There were a lot of politics to be on the team, and it's ironic because at that time, Oakwood's athletics weren't what they are now, and a lot of people would actually prefer to play intramurals because there was more prestige to being a high performer in intramurals than there was actually on the varsity team. Since then, they've kind of revamped, and I know that their athletic program is much stronger than what it used to be. I'm going to ask you one more question before we wrap up, and I appreciate you coming on the show. You mentioned MyRon, who has also been on my show, Dr. MyRon Edmonds, pastor of the Glenville Seventh-day Adventist Church, also in Cleveland, Ohio. So I know that MyRon listens to my show. I played with MyRon both at Pine Forest and at Oakwood, and there's been an occasional tall tale about MyRon's prowess on the court as well. MyRon was a good player, but if he's telling the story, I think he described himself on my show as Stephen Curry before Stephen Curry existed. So I'm going to ask you, who was better head-to-head, Kevin Cameron or Pastor MyRon Edmonds? Who's a better player?
Oh, I'm definitely better than Pastor Edmonds.
Why?
Hands down. My ball handling skills and my speed were unstoppable. I could not be stopped. I was way too fast. And it sounds arrogant, but the people who remember me know that I'm telling the truth. MyRon is a baller. He was a baller.
MyRon is baller.
He was a baller. He had a great jump shot. He had a good first step. He had a very good first step. He could go to the hole. He could get up. He was really, really good. But head to head, you got to go with the guy from Toronto.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here, MyRon. I know that you listen to my show. So Kevin and Alan's on my show. So Alan's a member of Athens Sports Network. So Kevin's come at both of you guys. You guys are all in Cleveland together. I think that'll make for some very nice fodder at the next local dinner in Cleveland. But Kevin has proclaimed that he was a superior athlete to Dr. MyRon Edmonds. Before we kind of wrap up, tell us a little bit, Kevin, about what's going on at your school. And I appreciate you coming in and taking a trip down memory lane and having some laughs. What are some of the things that are going on at Rhema this year and some of the programs, both athletically and academically, that you're initiating?
Sure. Rhema has been around, as you know, for 91 years. Last year we celebrated 90 years of Christian education in the Cleveland area. And we're so proud that we are the only one in Cleveland of its kind, a prep school, a private Christian school that is a day school. So we are the only one of its kind. I remember this man who runs a couple charter schools in Cleveland. He came to the school and he says he had heard about us, he had seen us, and he had to stop by, and he wanted me to know that we were the only one in Cleveland like this, and so that everybody should know about us. Rhema is we in terms of athletics, we have a basketball team where we try to train the ones in third grade. We start from third grade going all the way up to eighth grade, and training them to be a part of our basketball team. We play soccer in years past, and we also we've done track, and we do football some years, flag football. And right now, Jason Bulgen is helping us out at the school, and we have a coach, one of the parents' brothers, who's coaching the basketball team. Zach Maddox also helped us out coaching one year. So also I would say that our identity at Rhema has become somewhat of a school of the arts. We have an excellent drama type program. We do dance. We do film. We make music videos every year, and we really enjoy artistic-like things outside of our spiritual life and academic endeavors. So, I mean, I love it there, and we are definitely enjoying reaching children from pre-K to grade 8.
You're on the ticket with Advent Sports Network, home of Falcon Pride, One-on-One with MJ, and the Lance J Radio Show.
Hello, I am Dr. Arlene Archer, otherwise known as The Life Doctor, and you are listening to the Lance J Radio Show on Advent Sports Network. Between juggling my professional responsibilities as a clinical psychologist and independent business owner, and my personal interests as a wife and mother, I make the time to fulfill my passion of helping others through inspirational videos. Join me on my YouTube channel as The Life Doctor, where I vlog on home life, education, health, fitness, and more.
As far as the jumping ability, heredity, man. There's nothing I did, to be honest with you. I didn't realize that I had this incredible jumping ability until people started making a big deal out of it, and I was able to do things that other people couldn't. We always used to laugh about that because we would go play different places in D.C. and no one knew how I could jump. So we used to either do a fast break, they throw me an alley-oop, or I would just like take off from almost the foul line. Right. They was like, hold up, where this come from? No, because in every game I would get somebody. Like I think the biggest thing I dunked on was like 7'4". You know, we scrimmaged Navy one time. I dunked on a guy, he was 7'2". And just because they think they will play me like a poop butt, and I would just keep going, man, because they wouldn't expect it. You know, they think, I got this guy. They going up halfway, man. Bring in the pain, brother.
The Lance J Radio Show is taped at Advent Sports Network Studios, located in beautiful Emerald City of Seattle, Washington.